My name is Josh Byrne, and I'm on a mission to prove that high-performance housing is a realistic and affordable option for the mainstream housing market in Australia, and there's no reason for it to be held back. I'm on a national research tour, visiting exciting and innovative high-performance housing projects to learn as much as I can and share it all with you. This is Josh's House, Star Performers. I'm in Karratha, 1,500 kilometres to the north of Perth, in an area that's known for being the epicentre for the WA mining boom. The name of the town actually means good country in the local Aboriginal language, and I'm here to find out what kind of houses are being built on it. I must admit that I'm just blown away by the amount of construction and development that's happened here in recent years. And with the title of the nation's fastest growing mining town, it's no surprise. When the mining boom was in full effect, land and houses had to be made available quickly, and so sustainability and performance took a back seat. Now the construction phase of the boom has slowed. Government and industry are working to make the area a more attractive place to settle down. They could see a more holistic, sustainable and regionally specific approach was needed for new housing, and so the state developer Landcorp produced the Pilbara Vernacular Handbook to communicate key sustainable design principles suitable for the Pilbara region. Really, in a nutshell, the handbook informs a focus on overall performance of housing in this climate for the people that live here.
Before the 2009 push into Pilbara cities, housing in the Pilbara was possibly a bit of a hit and miss exercise, and there was generally a philosophy of delivering the same sort of housing that we see down south in the state, in Perth, just being duplicated up here in terms of new housing. But that has not been traditionally climate responsive enough. It didn't address obvious issues of shading of windows, eaves, overhangs, taking advantage of breezes and ventilation. So the document, the Vernacular Handbook document, helped give some guidelines to those builders who, rather than simply reproducing a product developed in another climatic environment, to be able to modify the product such that it responds effectively to the climate.
The first thing about the lifestyle here is that people like the outdoors, and so it's important for them to have outdoor areas where they can sit around the barbecue or around the pool and actually enjoy the fresh air. You can see this time of year we have lovely weather for 6 months of the year. But the other interesting thing about our area is in the summer it gets very hot. We have the high 30s for a long time, several months. The temperature's 37, 38. The interesting thing is it actually doesn't cool down that much. For a couple of months of the year, the temperature doesn't drop below about 28 degrees. So we need a different style of housing to accommodate that than you would, say, in the tropics in Queensland, where it does cool down at night. People are also becoming more environmentally aware these days, and so they're looking at different things they can do to their house to make them cheaper to run.
To demonstrate the design principles within the Pilbara Vernacular Handbook, an architectural competition was held. And this is the result.
Well, Josh, welcome to the Pilbara Vernacular House. Good to have you here.
Very cool. Great to finally see it.
Yeah.
It's certainly very comfortable.
It is a lot cooler inside.
Let's take a look around.
Come through, yeah, come through.
The Pilbara Vernacular House incorporates climate-sensible design in a really unique way. From the outside, the home looks really big, and I was surprised to find out that the parcel of land is only around 400 square metres. A large carport is perfect for boats and off-road vehicles, which is important up here, and can also act as an additional outdoor entertaining space. Downstairs is basically a highly insulated and air-conditioned box that is fully protected from direct sun and includes an open-plan kitchen and living space. On the northern side, there are 4 bedrooms, one with an ensuite plus laundry and second bathroom. Interestingly, the configuration can change easily so that the master bedroom becomes a separate home office, for example, or the 3 bedrooms becomes one large dormitory. There's a downstairs outdoor area on the south side with barbecue and pool, all fully shaded, and importantly keeping in mind that the height of the summer sun actually passes 90 degrees overhead, so some shading is also needed to the south. Upstairs is a huge terrace screened by a parasol roof, but opening to the north to capture cooling breezes. There's a 5 kilowatt solar PV system, a solar hot water system, plus energy and water efficient appliances and fixtures throughout, including the massive outdoor ceiling fan. Important additional features include deep eaves for sun protection, wind blades that direct breezes into the bedrooms, and these amazing wind scoops or chimneys that take cooling breezes from the north and direct them into the southern outdoor area. This is a really clever innovation. It seems a lot of engineering must have gone into this place, especially considering it's a cyclone area, and I wonder how this affected the build. So how long was actual construction time?
Construction time was about 9 months, which is quite long when you're looking at what happens comparatively with project homes around the area. A big reason for that was the engineer struggled with it a little bit because obviously it's Category D cyclone area, so it's the most stringent area in Australia. Cyclones come and ravage this place. Everything has to be tied down, and we did actually, with a bit of design changes and talking to the engineer and the builder most importantly, we managed to reduce the amount of concrete required and put down some drill piles, metal, which then came back up to our sort of budget, and we can still do it comparatively. But the rest of it has been really smooth, really smooth. I think that comes from using materials and a construction system that the builder is familiar with using and uses every day.
The fact that local, non-specialist builders fabricated and built this home is really crucial, as it means costs are kept down and local knowledge and the local market can be tapped into. What's even more important to me, now the project is complete, is the performance. A state-of-the-art monitoring system will feed live data to a server and then onto the home TV screen, so future occupants will be able to monitor performance in real time to help them operate the home effectively and use energy efficiently.
We are measuring temperature for all the bedrooms, the living areas and the outdoor areas. So you can see how the temperature moves during the day. You can see in here also water usage.
Yes.
We're measuring electricity use and electricity production and airflow, because in here in Karratha they use the outdoor spaces a lot, and this house has one feature which is very interesting. I call them the air chimneys. It's impressive how the temperature changes once you open those air chimneys. So we are trying to make the relation between the airflow and the change of temperature in the outdoor living area. We are going to monitor it for the 6 first months. This is going to be during the display time. But once people live here, they will be able to see the info in the screen and change behavior. That is where we are going to test that is working.
In addition to the individual performance of the home, the guidelines also suggest that homes within a new development need to work with each other as well. So this means orientation and things like fencing are well thought out so that cooling breezeways between and around the homes is maximised. A real step forward in new estate planning. Now the house and the others in the display village are open to the general public. Considering this home has been designed as a demonstration specifically for them and the area they live, well, what do they think?
Yeah, very different to anything that we've seen, different to what we live in, different to your traditional way of thinking.
It is very, very nice. My first question coming out was to ask the girls how the upstairs will go through cyclone season.
Do you think people are ready for some new ideas like this?
Yeah, for sure.
I think the house creativity and innovation is absolutely marvellous.
Do you think that these types of innovations are likely to take hold up in Karratha?
I would like to think so. We have to be very conscious of conserving energy and making the best use of what nature provides for us to start with. I think it's going to be more and more thought given to that side of things in the future, and I think this is an excellent place to start.
Now that it's built,
yes.
Are there things that you do differently?
I couldn't think of anything as far as how the house performs that I'd do differently. I think that the changes would be just rearrangement of things, you know, pushing something a little here, a little there, just for ease of use. But generally the arrangement of spaces, the volumes, the performance of the house, the shading, all those really key principles I think we've really nailed. So we're very proud of the fact that this, as advertised, is price competitive with any of the other project homes around the area.
I'll be following the performance of the Pilbara Vernacular House, and you can too, via joshshouse.com.au. There you can also check out all the other houses that are part of the Star Performers series, as well as download fact sheets, plans, and watch more videos. And don't forget to join the conversation on the Josh's House Facebook and other social media pages. In the next episode of Josh's House Star Performers, I'm off to Adelaide to spend some time at what could be Australia's absolute best high-performance suburb. You'll be asking why all new suburbs aren't designed like this one. Don't miss it.